I am muted because I am stupid. Thank you. I was saying hello. Hi, how's it going? Welcome everybody. Lucas, Summer, Safi, Nilo, hello. Just fucking, I am all over the place. I just had KFC. I am doing good. No, I'm here. I'm here. We are so fucking back, chat. It's not even funny how back we are. There's a Monami and Monokuma set in Terraria. Yo, imagine if we hadn't said anything. I probably would have noticed sometime. Maybe. Oh, Lord. Today is the day that I will regret making this decision because the other two videos, they were pretty good. And then there's this one. My V3's top 10 is set replaced because replace the link set because of copyright sag. But as I was saying, this one is interesting to say the least. Just to get you an idea, it took me nearly 6 months for each one of the last two videos. So the Danganronpa 1 and Danganronpa 2 top 10s took 6 months each to make. This one took a year. Full-on year of work, editing, and just overall doing a lot of stuff because this video is fundamentally different from the others. And you will see what I mean as soon as we start. I kind of went overboard with this. I was like, so V3's whole thing is being meta, breaking the fourth wall, pointing fingers at the player for wanting to play more Danganronpa. I'm gonna do the same, but in a little bit of a different way. You'll see what I mean. And I think it still sort of holds up today. And hey, for Max, how's it going? Welcome on in. I think it sort of still holds up, but heads up, first of all, my old sprites are there. They're fucking atrocious compared to what I have nowadays. Thanks, Safi. Second, there's a lot of creative liberties taken with this. There's like lore and shit. I wish I was joking. There's like lore in this video. Get the game theorists on this shit. But honestly, no. It was a fun video to make. It was a fun video to make, and now that I look back, I'm like, oh boy, this one's gonna be tough. There's like, it's like a fucking shonen anime season in a video. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. Let's just move over to this really quickly. Let's say I forgot most of the V3's plot outside of chapters 4, 5, and 6. I don't blame you. 4, 5, and 6 are pretty much the peak of the game anyways. I will say chapter 1 is pretty good too. Chapter 2 is as well. Chapter 3 is just dumb, but we all love a good seesaw, don't we? I remember. Okay. With the mono cubs. Oh wait, this is the mono slots. It's not the mono cubs' theme. Whoops. Like 3, yeah. 3 is a little stupid. It's a little stupid. We'll all admit that. Anyways, I'm starting at the 39-second mark because the first part of this intro was just urging you guys to check out a Reddit user that made a full set of sprites for characters that just didn't have them or had very little. He's the guy who made the Mukuro sprites that I use in her TWD. So that should tell you everything you need to know. The guy is insanely talented, and yeah. I believe his link is still in the description if he hasn't quit Reddit. So if you want to check him out, just go ahead. It's really good. It's really good work. Funny, I actually dislike 4 and 5 the most, but I get why people like those chapters. That's fair. I personally find them the peak of this game, but I also understand why people will dislike it. I will. After this video's over, I do have a little sneak peek into what I'm working on. Because they call me 007, you know? My Twitch username is LeGhost007. My gamer tag is LeGhost007. Kurumi is the president. Oh, no, yeah, absolute nonsense. I fully agree with that. But yeah, they call me 007. 0 videos made, 0 projects concluded, 700 billion ideas in my head. I've been working on a new series. Again, I have one midway, like the first video of a new series done, like midway done, and then I just started writing the script for a new one because I'm stupid. Anyways, shall we just we'll just get started, and let's laugh at myself because this video, holy shit, it is the least popular DR top 10 I have on my channel. Let that sink in. But it's not my least popular top 10 of the visual novels I played. That would be Your Turn to Die, which is also kind of interesting. The Your Turn to Die top 10 was fun. Anyways, I've gone on long enough. Yeah, that's max quality. Let's go! Oh, that's muted. Lamau.
Hey.
So you immediately can tell where this is going, huh? Getting dragged through the beach at Jabberwock Island. The Cubs, brother, ew, don't worry, it's the only time they show up, I'm pretty sure.
What are you saying? Shut up!
Is all that remains of a once powerful yokai.
I heard there was someone here he was really fond of. I wonder who.
Square one.
Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing adventure, yokai.
Just drag his ass, brother. Besides Monodam, he can stay. Monodam is based, and I will not hear otherwise. And then we have this. Hey, Mahiru, how's it going? I haven't seen you since the last top 10.
Huh? What's
Nah.
going on?
They're not relevant to the plot. They just dragged me somewhere. It's fine. Bro. Nice. Bro, what's up? Don't worry, guys. It's plot. It's plot. Trust. It's plot. It's plot. There's plot here. Just this intro alone, before the top 10 actually starts, took me like 1 to 2 months. Many people misunderstood the. Yeah, no. Honestly, I read it the first time. No worries. No need to bring the wife into this. Trust me, it was needed. It's me, guys. Hello. It's me. I was there. Trust. I was there. There. It's me. It's me. It's me. Guys. Hey. It's me. Trust. It is me. Yeah. It's my name, Eduardo. It's what Ed stands for. Yes. Bedhead Ed. Ed Nettie. Anyways. Cool name. Thanks. This place looks kind of familiar. I wonder why. Oh no.
Welcome!
This took ages to make. This took forever to make. I fully remember this. This is very mad. I told you the fourth wall just gets obliterated. What are you doing this time, you fucking bear?
Seriously?
I don't need to tell you, do I? You know exactly where you are and what you were brought here to do. Again with this shit? God, I fucking love this. Like how this version of your sprite's just a shoddily drawn over version of Hajime. Yes, it is. With Makoto's eyes and Kiyotaka's hair. It's just me. But thanks to a certain person who was in chat, my sprite work was updated. It's a lot better now. Man, I was an inspired little angel back then. We're not gonna walk up to each character and do an interview with them, are we? Nah. It's literally a class trial, but it's different. I wonder who that could be. I wonder, Sappy. The audience watching this wants to see emotion and bloodshed. Was that a Junko voice line? Yes, because my character called Monokuma son of a bitch. And Monokuma was like, oh, I don't get off insults like a certain little inventor does. Besides, that's oddly accurate. And then Junko just shows up in the background with a voice line. I was an inspired little son of a bitch back then. Danganronpa characters into Pokemon? That's interesting. It's not like you have any other choice. That is interesting. Danganronpa. We're talking about Danganronpa within the Danganronpa HUD.
Looking forward to
This shit, man. Hey, wait up!
No, that's wrong.
Sorry specimen of a human. What the hell, man? The self-roasts are real.
And another thing.
Ignore spoiler warnings and it'll be subjected to a most cruel punishment. That still applies today. This imbecile needs to explain why he likes the character he chose. Dude, what the hell was I on? Because I need it. I need that drug back.
Let's give it everything we've got.
I need some of those drugs back, man. Clearly I was way ahead of the curve. How the hell was I brought here?
Let's begin.
Yeah, I know. Nerves are up. I have faith in you. Don't have. It's the most predictable top 10 list you'll ever see. Hello. Look, it's all of them. See? They're scale accurate. I also took time to make them scale accurate. That's... God, I hate myself for how long I spent on this.
Huh?
What in the world?
Great, fan-fucking-tastic. And now it begins properly. That was just the intro. That was just the intro.
Oh me, oh my.
Huh, that's what she said. Literally, it's right there.
Be careful.
That's what they all say when they're caught red-handed. Speaking from experience, you little shit. We'll talk about you later.
Now then.
It's predictable. That's a high bar. I've seen some really predictable lists, alright. Ooh, alright. You're not holding them at gunpoint? No, I'm being held at gunpoint. Don't you see? The guy in the green shirt, 30 seconds to choose one of you.
Hey.
Why one of us?
You're really bugging me.
This was explained at the beginning of the video. You should have paid attention. See what I mean? The fourth wall just...
The fuck's going on?
I'm not funny.
You're annoying.
Also, this is another fourth wall break. For those of you who did watch my V3 series, I named one of the earliest episodes that, and I'm about to point it out if I recall correctly. We had to write what was essentially fanfiction of a German... What the fuck? Why? You did it funny because I named an episode of V3 exactly that. Don't have patience for sass, just fucking vote already! So I just choose. I wonder who's number 10, lads. Hi, Angie. So, there was also something that one of my moderators did. He made nicknames for all of the top 10. So, Angie's nickname for him is the Personal Space Invader, which, fair enough. Like in 3rd grade.
What?
That is you, Angie. And now the voiceover actually begins.
Yeah, number 10 is Angie Onaga, the ultimate artist. In all honesty, this was a really tough call between her and Tenko.
And if you couldn't tell, this is after I got my new microphone, so this one. Angie grew on me over the game.
But I kind of had to choose Angie after looking at both of their free time events.
Also,
It's
yes.
kind of hard to talk about her like I talk about many other characters. And that's because Angie isn't like most of the recognizable faces of Danganronpa. Let's start from the beginning, alright? Angie, Angie's weird. Really fucking weird. And I don't mean weird like Gundam or even Ifumi for that matter.
No,
She's,
no, I mean it like Ifumi. She's kind of a creep.
flat out creepy for the majority of the game. When you first...
You lost me with most predictable already. I mean, the more you go into the list, the more predictable it gets, in my opinion. I think. Angie only has smiling sprites, Jesus Christ, I never realized that.
First meet her as Kaede, the one thing that becomes glaringly obvious right away is that she's incredibly devout to her god, an entity she calls Atua.
Praise be to Atua!
And I'm sure that if you look at about, I want to say 60% of all the analysis of this character, it's
that's
hard to
fair.
find someone who managed to see past that, which is nothing but disrespectful to her true nature, I feel. So I'm here to right that wrong. For starters, her presence in the game starts intensifying in Chapter 2, with the subtle brainwashing of Himiko, who was willing to take on her teachings. That presence culminates in a third chapter entirely dominated by her narrative.
Yeah, that is
with
true.
her working as a sort of main antagonist.
When I say antagonist here, I don't mean it quite literally. She doesn't want the worst for the group, but she is an active force against the protagonist's desires, so yeah.
Now, as much as I don't like her methods, I cannot see this as malicious anymore. I truly and genuinely believe that she was trying her hardest to end the killing game and save the remaining students.
Yeah,
And
I still fucking agree with that, mostly. Honestly, this list might be the one with the least amount of changes. I wonder how the in-universe audience was reacting when Kibo joined the codes. What the fuck are you doing?
even though I wasn't fazed at all by her death at first, I've got to say that I now look back at it with a pained look. This last statement applies to both of Chapter 3's deaths, actually. The creation of
Tenko.
a student council led by her was also a very interesting event, but one that I feel was severely underutilized in the class trial.
Antagonist equals opposing protagonist. Yeah, see, what I mean by that is like most people associate antagonists with like an evil force, just purely evil or evil with a motive. But Angie, I don't think was ever evil, just opposing Shuichi's ideals. So I don't really consider. Yeah, she's an antagonist, but not like a classic antagonist that most people think of.
However, if we talk about Angie only in light of what
Angie
she did in the main...
Yeah, Angie was right about the murder. I'm sorry about pausing this much. I like to respond to you guys. Fun fact, Angie was right about the murder method in Chapter 1. Fun fact, most characters were right about things in Chapter 1. I'm looking at you, Ryoma.
in-game, I'd say she wouldn't even be close to being in this top 10. But, and this is a pretty big but, I managed to see past that and admire what she really is. One thing that her free time events showed me made me change my entire perception of Angie.
Yeah.
She's incredibly lonely.
Yep.
On her island, everyone follows her cult, sure. But how many of those people can she truly call her friends?
Probably
How many
Summer.
of those people have fun with her, have a few laughs, or even argue with her for that matter? When she said that Shuichi was meant for her because nobody else had ever been mad at her, my heart sank.
Yeah, it's easy to think like, oh, she's just a weirdo creep, but like, yeah, she doesn't really have friends outside of these characters. Nobody ever stood up to her before. Nobody ever questioned her. Nobody ever did anything like that. They just said, yes, 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 we'll do this, yep.
Her life was anything but normal. So of course she wouldn't be normal either. In the end, it's not that I don't mind what she did. I still believe her actions in Chapter 3 were wrong and could have been avoided. But I can at least appreciate what she truly is.
Yeah,
a lost
true.
girl, looking desperately for guidance herself, while giving it to others. It's a beautifully poetic character, but one I can't really praise for her actions. And that's why she starts off this list.
Yeah, that is true. So yeah, number 10 is Angie. I still fully agree with pretty much all I said there. Base take to acknowledge her true character. Most people don't go that far. Yeah, that's what I said at the start. Usually as deep as a puddle in summer. I see my favorite character go, they're so funny. I think my first time seeing them is the same. But then I go back and watch some of the older clips. I'm like, okay, there's maybe more to this. Hi, Angie. I don't know what it is. The imagery of Angie just going down while laughing like that. It's so stupid. I think I used the Despair Road minigame voice line. What have you done to her? Look at 3v3 release speculation online. Bye, have a great time.
You're annoying.
She's quite
What
safe.
should we do?
Looking forward to it.
That's right, fuckers. Give me a second, chat. I'll be right back. Give me just 1 minute. No, I'm back, sorry. People just arrived, and I went to close my door and say hi to them because I'm a good person. Let's go. It's time for choice number 2, so number 9. Number 9 is... If I recall correctly, that line would be more in character if Mew was off screen instead of Angie. That's fair. I reincarnated Stroheim, good Joe joke from my mod. But hey, Kibo! What up, the robot?
K1B0.
Beep boop.
I believe you'd prefer if I called you Kibo. It's not particularly easy to talk about him.
Second character in a row I say that. Let's keep going.
And that's due to the fact that his character remains fairly unchanged throughout the majority of the game.
That's true. That's very true. Oh, what is this, man? We should do... It's not a sponsored stream. What are you doing? Welcome, though.
It just so happens that his character is incredibly compelling and, if I'm being honest, absolutely deserving of a place in this list. So, let's dissect this robot, shall we? His introduction remains one of the most hilarious segments in the game, seeing as it is closely tied to the introduction of a certain little shit whose name
So, yeah, you've seen this one.
shall not be pronounced. For now. But don't let his embarrassment hide who he truly is. A robot of virtue.
Alright, see you later,
Someone
man.
who holds firm in his beliefs and ideals to the bitter end.
I think I made a point to signal that in the first episode of V3. I was like, oh, this voice sounds familiar. I wonder who he voices. And then I just edit that he voices both Kibo and Hifumi.
For the majority of the game, Kibo is, for the lack of a better word, a major goody two-shoes. Advocating for a peaceful resolution to all conflict, a strong opposer to the class trials and killing game in general, and, above all else, just the most Kiyotaka Ishimaru character we see in this game.
Yeah. This guy is the Taka of this game for a good portion of it.
Now, until the end of Chapter 5, he's,
If people don't make good points
let's
about
say
this
pretty
game, fair.
unremarkable. Yeah, he's a robot, but what does he have to his name? He's pretty logical when it comes to solving murders and a pretty good companion to the cast, but again, pretty unremarkable. That is, of course, until that fateful moment in Chapter 5's execution. From the moment he loses his Robo-Ahoji, it's like he becomes someone else entirely, while in reality it's not really like that. He's still the same character. However, he's resorting to much more extreme measures to make sure that hope prevails. Ah, yes.
Hope.
Hope. A word we're all too acquainted with. Kibo is this game's ultimate hope, although that doesn't really become truly apparent until everyone gives up during the final class trial. And even then, his hope isn't really his. He's quickly revealed to be a surrogate for the audience watching the killing game, making the Robo-Ahoji he had an antenna to receive input. That inner voice of his turned out to be the will of the audience itself. In one fell swoop, everything we thought we knew about him falls off.
Kibo is what if the protagonist was not the character we played, which explains why he's so basic. Yeah, pretty much. But like, characters like Makoto and Hajime do progress as the game goes on. Kibo does not have that pleasure.
Now, what keeps him from reaching higher on the list is just what could be described, in my opinion, as a serious lack of character development. Despite his interactions with Shuichi and the rest really motivating him to keep pursuing that hope, he's just dead set on that one particular goal, which unfortunately makes him sort of one-dimensional most of the time.
Yeah, that's his
And when
main
he
problem.
starts developing, he's shut down immediately by having the audience take over his body and consciousness. It's a damn shame. He had so much potential.
Yeah.
It was always there. Just, it was never taken. And I can't place him higher because
Never
of
said he
that.
was a good protagonist? True. That is true. Well, that's Kibo in a nutshell. Still agree with my points. I think it's fairly obvious that he's number 9 for a reason. At this point, would I put Enji above Kibo? I think the more screen time Kibo got was crucial for this. So yeah.
Sayonara!
Bye, Inara.
That's
The cutoff.
enough!
Care if he doesn't control it. We can't let him keep choosing.
Kaito, no!
I'm not. Dude, don't Monokuma will just release the Exisal on us. Damn. In general, the V3 CGs were of varying quality, but the fact that they use Kibo's 3D model is so funny. I agree, yeah. Never liked Kibo, just bored of his presence, really. I'd rather hate a character than be bored of them. We'll get to that. We will get to that, Nilo. Trust me, we will get to that. I'm really sorry, this wasn't meant to happen originally. Yeah.
You're the worst of the worst!
Degenerate males only care for themselves. Damn. Trust me, I wish it was that simple. Wait, why do I have sand in my pockets? Was I dragged through a beach? Just in case you guys forgot.
Psycho Pop!
Yeah? Alright, what's next? Who is number 8? Oh shit, I remember now. Okay. Okay. Hi, Mute. Anti-No Nut November activist. If you ever do a stream with a JoJo layout, I have a really dumb drawing of Josuke. Trust me, I've used JoJo stuff before.
Why, you...
What the fuck? Why am I only number 8? Call me yes. Hi, Mew.
Can I say it? Is it safe to say it? Alright.
Way ahead of you, Summer.
Fuck Mew. Not in that sense, but I always had some hatred towards this girl. Even today as I'm speaking. Although it wasn't really normal hatred, it's more akin to love-hate. I seriously don't know what I'm saying at this point.
Yeah, no, that's a hot take. Damn.
Miuiruma is just Miuiruma. There are no sets of adjectives capable of describing the self-proclaimed gorgeous girl genius. Speaking of the 3 Gs, let's check that, shall we? Gorgeous? Absolutely. Girl? Last time I checked, I think she was. Genius?
Sir, we have a problem.
Yeah, Mew's not what I would call smart. From the moment you meet her, it's obvious her head's on other places. Which, considering what she accomplishes for the cast in the late game, doesn't seem to add up. In one simple sentence, I could describe her importance like this. Her inventions are the driving force of chapters 5 and 6.
Posted it on the Discord,
really
thanks.
All you need to realize that she isn't just the vulgar and crude girl she appears to be. But let's leave that for later. For now, let's focus on the word vulgar, because let's face it, that's Mew.
That is Mew.
I don't think I ever saw a character produce more jokes of a sexual nature. Be them innuendos or straight up hint hint nudge nudge in any type of media before. I have no idea why this poor lass's head is filled to the brim with stuff like that, but she's unique. I'll give her that much. Whenever she's on screen, she manages to make me both laugh and feel creeped out. And that's a first. Some of her highlights include...
Yeah, to this day, I don't think I've found a character like... Oh, wait, no. No, I just remembered Danganronpa Another exists. Ultimate Despair Akane is exactly the same. She isn't smart, she's capable. Yeah, but she's really dumb sometimes. Being talented at one thing doesn't make you smart. We can agree. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. You're right. That's what I meant to say there. looking back at my old words, but like, as I was thinking, Ultimate Despericon definitely makes me laugh and makes me feel creeped out. Absolutely.
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew?
Oh no, the quotes.
Well, because,
The quotes.
I'm pretty stacked, so...
I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches.
Damn, dude, like this game was wild.
Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
Oh, dude.
All right, so who's the asshole who set up this locked...
I wonder if I can even play this on stream. Well, it's in this video, and I didn't really get anything out of this. We enjoy some Another acknowledgement. I wish I could like the stream again. Oh, dude, I love the Another series so fucking much. DRV3 is my favorite Danganronpa game so far.
room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
Fucking Kokichi, man.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Someone who edited Azure's...
Who made
Oh,
the
I
locker
hate it.
Mystery doesn't matter since anyone.
I'll
could've
let it
done
play, fuck it.
Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Come, dumpster!
And
Oh, Lord. Oh, the VA's had a fucking... Correct taste, is it?
that's all we can display here in a row. Honestly, given this, she would already have a spot on this list. But it's the second part of her character that gets her the number 8
They're
spot.
definitely...
Both her free time events
Damn.
and her actions in Chapter 4 lead me to believe she is so much more than she shows. Much more.
Yeah.
Not to mention her love suite scene, but we'll focus more on the other two. Starting with her final chapter in the main game, the way she...
There's also a video of me going through all of them. Through all of the love suite scenes. I completely forgot to put in Tsumugi's.
reacts
But
to
yeah,
Monotaru
that-
calling her...
Wanna know the funny thing? It's one of my most popular videos. Yeah. It was one of the first things I streamed on Twitch.
mother made me think something interesting. But it wasn't until I finished her free time events that I realized what she was truly seeking. A deep connection with someone. It was all coming together. Her wish of being a mother, her constant and desperate struggle for approval, and more importantly, her fears of just creeping people out with her personality.
She didn't really help her case, but I fully agree with all those points.
Although she doesn't really show it, I believe Mew deeply cares for, well, at least some of her classmates.
Oh, good lord.
Which makes her...
Oh yeah,
in the
Izuru was
trailing
super
chapter
underused.
4 soul-crushing, actually. At the time, I really disliked her as a character. But now, knowing what I do, it's hard to truly do that anymore. Still, though, it's a love-hate relationship. I do believe her character to be much deeper than she lets on, though. But yeah. Fuck you.
True. I don't think Utsuro is too different from Izuru if you think about it. I don't really think that.
Hey!
You really mean all that was said? Yeah, I did mean it. I think you're much more than you let on. Alright. She's gone. Yeet! Doesn't have the same vibe to me. That's fair. I fully think they are pretty much one and the same, but like different universes or something like that. I don't know. Shut up, phone! Shut your mouth! How dare you! Alright, let's keep going. Fire. This Asper's just the best, isn't it?
Jeez.
Oh, hi! I wonder where I wonder who this is, chat. I wonder who this is.
Huh?
This familiar pushy tone. I wonder. Oh, look, it's her.
Kidding me?
Huh? Why is she here?
Unbelievable.
The plot! The plot, chat! I'm saying someone screwed up very badly. I know some cubs require some punishment. Anyways, this is the part where I actually acknowledge the creator of said sprites again. Look, that's the original. Hi. Based on, yeah, hello. Mid Dinos. Very cool creator. I don't know if he's still on Reddit, but if he is, check his Reddit. Really cool stuff. Can't handle this, man.
What's wrong?
Oh, what's wrong with him? Route to number 7, you miss Koizumi. Watch from over here. Monokuma has creative mode. Monokuma just spawned something. That's cheating.
Oh, stupid.
Minecraft anvil sound. Dude, I went above and beyond to make this as funny as I could. It's time to pick number 7. Who is number 7? I genuinely don't remember. I genuinely don't remember who this is. Oh no, I do. Yeah! Nihilism Love, Ryoma Hoshi. Also, Utsuro and Izuru are the same concept, executed differently. Is a neutral force wanting to see if hope or despair is less predictable is actually evil in his boredom and shows it hard. Yeah, fair. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting that, that's for sure. My boy.
The shell of who once was the ultimate tennis pro, Ryoma Hoshi. Man, where can I even start with a character like him? Ryoma's unique. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Okay, Summer, I'm curious. Who are you looking for? Who are you looking for? Because I can tell you immediately off the bat that it's probably someone not there. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Imagine Gundam without all of the talk about heck. Remove the animals, partially at least.
That's fair.
And add 150% more ways to go. And you get Ryoma. Okay, I get it. Ryoma.
Hey, Tasha, how's it going?
So
Welcome on in.
Seriously about him. If I've ever felt bad about any character, be it real or fictional, this guy has to take the cake.
Yeah.
His backstory is so fucking depressing, and he deserves all the hugs in the world.
Just try not to suffocate him. He's very small.
Not so fun fact, Ryoma has 2 different ultimate talents.
No worries, Summer.
He is indeed the ultimate tennis bro, but he also earned the title of ultimate prisoner. And that's because of his past, albeit fabricated past, actions. As a young tennis prodigy, Ryoma had a bright future ahead of him. However, he was—
Let me just do something really quick, chat. Let me just bump up the audio a bit to like here. I think that's good.
Invited to a tournament organized by a mafia, in which all games were rigged. Upon finding that out, he straight up ruined the last match and the mafia's rep, which led to an onslaught of everyone he ever held close, including his girlfriend. Taking revenge, he killed all of the mafia members with a metal tennis ball and was sent to jail for that.
That is still raw as hell, man. How do you go around with a metal tennis ball and just decide to, like, cave everybody's skulls in with that shit? That is raw as hell.
Since then, he grew distant and almost suicidal at times, making him one of the saddest characters in the series.
Yeah.
After the introduction of the killing game, when Kaede tried to unify all the ultimates, it's clear that a spark of hope was kindled within Ryoma. Said spark would remain there.
Badminton is
until
pretty cool.
Chapter
yeah.
2's motive. The motive videos. The most important people in the lives of these high school students. Ask yourselves this. What would you do if you received a video like that and it was nothing but void? What would you do if you realized there was nobody cheering you on? Nobody to stay strong for? Nobody to welcome you back if you survived the killing game?
The motives in the 3 sucked. I mean, the first one is pretty normal. Second one is, motive videos are alright, I guess. Chapter 3's motive was weird. Chapter 4 was pretty good, I'd say. Overall, I'd find the motives pretty average for V3. Ryoma's cool, but he just doesn't do anything. I like him, but I can't love him since there's all backstory and next to no plot involvement. He's sad, wants to die, gets better, reverts back, and dies. Fair enough. I just think that his backstory more than makes up for his inaction.
Because added Ryoma's backstory, it's pretty clear what he would do.
Added his backstory and character, I really, really like him, and I think that made up for it. This body discovery was still so fucked, dude. That is uber fucked. It's so fucked.
Yeah. In Class Trial 2, the cast learns of how Ryoma was killed. He literally gave up his life to the Blackened of Chapter 2.
Yep.
When I first saw Ryoma's motive video, I was floored. Everyone had someone or something to care for.
Because of their
but
simplicity,
him.
fair.
And I felt so sorry for him. It's so easy to write him off as an edgelord at the beginning of the game, but both his free time events and his last chapter alive show that he had a reason for behaving like that. And that final free time event with him,
I think it was this FT that made me get him up to like number 7. This FT where they play tennis together, that shit hit.
his tennis with Shuichi made me
Oh no, yeah, fair.
really happy. Ryoma
How low
Hoshi
the bar is for me,
deserves
fair.
to be happy. He deserves to have someone care for him. But above all else, he deserves the number 7 spot in this list.
Fair enough. That's pretty good points overall. I like him. I still like Ryoma a lot. If you guys notice, the iron cage is still behind him.
Hey,
Make me sound like a V3 hater? Nah.
What's going on?
Alright, she's here. Is she talking to me?
Do you understand?
Don't be stupid!
Suggest you fucking hurry, you piece of shit! Alright, so numbers. Oh! Ooh, I think this might be the first one I kinda disagree with? Might be higher. We'll see. Yeah, probably higher. Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Oof, which game is it?
Kaito Mimota. That's okay, sorry, couldn't resist.
Oh,
I
damn
shall
it.
now address him by his proper title because he deserves it. The Luminary of the Stars.
That is such a cool title.
Kaito's... Well, I'll describe Kaito in a single sentence. The
Ichio, yeah.
broest bro to ever commit bro. That is all. Honestly, a character like him is always so nice to come across. When you first meet him, it's pretty evident that he views himself in very high regard. And throughout the game, it's clear that he considers himself the hero of the story, going so far as to call Shuichi his sidekick. Even as characteristics like these would simply make me dislike the character due to narcissism and such, I'm sorry, I can't hate Kaito. Not even a bit. He's not self-centered because he doesn't care for anyone else. Actually, it's quite the opposite. He cares for pretty much everyone around him.
Oh, interesting.
Well, minus a certain single short asshole. And this is no more evident than in his relationship with 2 characters in particular. So let's analyze both of them, shall we? First, we have Shuichi. Every time the two talk, I swear I leave the conversation with a smile on my face. And it's not even like a subtle smile, it's a full-on dumb-looking smile.
Yeah, that is fair. Yeah. I was on a V3 stream who made Kaito's voice Big the Cat. Germany sucks on Steam, can't relate to the struggle. Damn, that sucks. I hate this. Hate to hear it, hate to read it, hate to see it. But as I was saying, these interactions between the two always made me smile like a dumbass, honestly.
This is the pinnacle of friendship.
Yeah.
That's really all there is to it, and if you disagree, I'd like to know why. Kaito is there whenever Shuichi needs him to be. This is especially true during Chapter 2, when Shuichi is at its most vulnerable due to a certain traumatic experience we will not talk about. At least for now. Seeing how a relationship like this developed throughout the game to culminate in one of the most heart-shattering finales to a class trial is... yeah, it's tough. When Kaito admits to Shuichi that he's known it was Shuichi's story in his own quirky way, I honestly couldn't handle it that well. But surprisingly, that is nothing compared to his relationship with Maki.
Ooh, Maki Harukawa. Alright, so this is gonna be the first time in this top 10 we talk about her. I always imagined Kaito with a Sonic voice because of a certain playthrough I watched. Whose was it? Would Jason do a good Sonic voice? What if he wanted to kill a spaceman, but his disease said no, fuck you?
Man, where do I even start with this one? Well, how about with...
I don't know if you can tell, but I really like the relationship Kaito had with both Shuichi and Maki, respectively. And I'm about to play a clip from, I believe, the Final Class Trial. Now that I think about it, probably should have gone on to a certain entry later on, but eh. You know what DR YouTuber is obsessed with Kaito? There are many. I know NPC has a Kaito profile picture. I know Need Another Name has like a lot of Kaito sprite edits, even though I haven't seen them in a while. But yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, this scene. Yeah,
I
yeah.
won't let you kill him.
Yeah, this scene. If you fight the Exisals, you just get killed. I always get his videos recommended as well. He also had they also had an interesting series going back then. God, this scene made me cry like a little bitch when I played V3. This scene made me cry like a little shitty bitch when I played this.
Huh?
Oh, dude, I cried like a little baby when I saw this.
What?
I love Moon on the Water. It's such a good soundtrack. It's just such a good soundtrack. I was also awake, but my neutral state is crying, so I wasn't surprised.
What?
Oh, Maki. Yeah, you're not saving him. You're not saving him, Maki. Just let it go. I've been there.
I won't let you kill him.
I've been there, man. I've been there. It won't bring you anything. Stop.
Yeah. Even more than Shuichi, Maki grows attached to this idiotic astronaut.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how well it works. The evolution of a relationship that ends with... well...
Execution time, the soundtrack. Rip. Monokuma was so pissed that he didn't get to kill Kaito. Unlucky.
It's beautifully done, okay? Slowly building up a character, making us care for their future interactions with other characters, including the protagonist, only to cut it off like this. In many ways, his death reminded me a lot of Chiaki's, but a bit different. It's difficult to explain what I mean, but I'm sure I'm not alone.
Kaito, I'd actually say, is the best written character in V3. He's my favorite. Not if I want to be biased, but I value writing a lot nowadays. Honestly, that's fair. Like I said, I think Kaito nowadays is a little higher than the others. Maybe probably number 5, with the number 5 going back a number, but it's tough. It's really tough.
And it just leaves a mix of both fulfillment and distress. Kaito's work was essentially done, but
yeah, Kaito was essentially done, like training those two. Really have any big opinions on Kaito. That is fair. I do think Kaito is really well written, and that his work was essentially done with Maki and Shuichi, but they weren't ready to let him go at all.
Shuichi and Maki weren't ready for the brutal hit of his departure.
Yeah.
It's difficult to say anything else. Kaito is an amazing character. That is pretty much everything I have to say. I just hope my description did him justice in your eyes, because it sure as hell didn't for me.
V3's OST doesn't miss either. Huh.
Hey!
Ah, fair. You're stretching it, Kaito. I'm not a decent guy. I'm an evil person.
I believe in you.
There's nothing for me to seriously criticize. Fair enough.
Kaito, no! My bad. Let's go!
You sick fuck. Hell yeah.
Indeed.
Sad. If I recall correctly, this is where things shift a little. I have this whole shonen anime protagonist moment that gets instantly shut down. It was kind of memorable back then. If I recall correctly, I used like Genshin Impact music either as well. That shit was popping back then. Why are you floating there in the background? I'm not floating, I'm in the staircase. It was hard, alright? I have to go, I'll be back as soon as I can. Fair enough. It's phenomenal stuff. On to the next one then, and this is where I say yeah. And this is where I say no, yeah. This whole bit. It's a little loud, that's why I'm lowering the volume. Would you speak louder? A whole shonen anime moment thing. Create this idea for you to completely hijack and ruin it. Got it, I'm done with this. You do your own countdown, I'm not choosing anymore.
Okay.
Wait, what? Damn. Damn, imagine though.
How stupid!
Damn. Damn, he got shut down, bro. Alright, we have a tie. You probably guessed that it was coming. Himiko and Gonta occupy both the number 5 slot. You're local Hoovy, and sometimes you need less explosion. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Himiko.
What happened?
So yeah, another tie. Hooray!
At that point, it was only the second tie in my top 10s. It became just like a tradition after Danganronpa 2's top 10.
Hey, let's start with Himiko Yumano, the ultimate the ultimate mage. Himiko's really hard to talk about consistently, actually. For starters, she might just be the laziest character in the whole series, and I don't say such a thing lightly. I'm a lazy guy myself, trust me.
At least it doesn't take itself too seriously. It was never meant to take itself seriously. I still look back fondly at this video and how long it took. I'm pretty proud of it. I am pretty proud of it.
I mean, her catchphrase, besides her signature,
Nyeh.
is what a pain. You don't really need any more evidence. When you first meet her, you can't really tell what her character will be like. With the progression of the game, you start to understand what makes the little mage tick. She's not lazy for the sake of laziness. She's lazy because she doesn't want to get hurt if she invests time into things and people.
Yeah.
That's why she eventually forms a bond with Angie, of all people. We've discussed this before. Angie offers guidance to people like her, and Himiko embraces this fully, being the first member of the student council.
Considering they are fictional, yeah.
However, the most interesting interaction with Himiko up until chapter 3 is definitely with Tenko. For the majority of those first 3 chapters, it's more like a one-way obsession that the ultimate Aikido master has over Himiko. Enter Class Trial 3.
There's a little fly around me, and I'm going to kill it painfully.
This is the turning point. When Tenko and Angie died, Himiko felt like giving up, because what she tried to avoid happened. It's a bit like Hyoko in the second case of Danganronpa 2. She snaps emotionally. For one, she finally realizes how much Tenko truly cared for her, and the weight of her death begins taking its toll. But through the help of a certain little shit, her bottled up emotions come raging out. And for the first time since we see her, she cries.
Yeah.
She cries a lot, actually. She mourns the deaths of her friends.
Yeah.
From then on, her arc would lead her to become one of the characters with the most development in the series. Only rivaled by 2 people, in my eyes. Other than one other character in this game.
Yeah, 2 characters.
I'm happy to say that Himiko goes to the greatest lengths to change, eventually siding with Shuichi and giving her own life to end the cycle of killing games. Honestly, I was tempted to put Himiko in the number 4 spot, but that would mean the rest of the list would be invalid.
Yeah.
So let's just move to the second part of this entry.
Those are all fair points over Himiko, I'd say. She does grow. She does grow a lot from chapter 4 onwards, mainly because Tenko's death really made her understand. Oh damn, maybe I shouldn't do what I'm doing constantly, shutting people out like that. Yeah, maybe I should be. You should be better as a person. The player either really likes Himiko or dislikes her to oblivion. Yeah, I've heard of I've heard of a lot of people who don't like her. One of my mods hates Angie as well. He was very upset that Angie made it to the top 10. Alright, and now Gonta.
Next, we have Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist.
Fun fact, I didn't even know that entomologist was a thing before I played this game.
Now, to quote Keiko Kev, the greatest Danganronpa character
Fucking
analyst
Kev,
ever.
man.
No shoot! Okay.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, Gonta's the gentle giant of this game. And while I've heard the argument that it had been done better before, I have to respectfully disagree there, Chief. At least when it comes to Danganronpa.
I smell a little bit of bullshit, but I don't fully disagree with that statement. Botanist is not a popular Fangan talent. Botanist and Pilot are my top 2 talents.
In fact, Gonta's caveman-like dialogue was a localization error.
Yeah, that's also something I figured out for the top 10. I had no fucking clue that Gonta's whole demeanor was a localization thing and that he was actually pretty eloquent in Japanese.
Yeah, I know that these aren't exactly news, but I just found out like a month ago as I'm writing this. That aside, he's actually pretty intelligent. He can think for himself and always tries to do the right thing for the sake of his friends. Even if he is a little gullible, but we're going to go over that later. For me, what makes Gonta stand out is just how tightly he upholds the morals by which he operates.
Yeah.
Sure, people could say that about both Sakura and Nekomaru, but I don't know, something just clicked with Gonta. The way he aspires to become a true gentleman while being an outcast of society makes him extremely likable, in my opinion. Although this can lead him to be quite simple-minded and,
I personally don't like Himiko or Gonta. With Himiko, I just think how she's immediately fine after chapter 3 feels lazy. I don't think she's fine. I think she's good at hiding it, but I don't think she's fine. And I think that last point with Gonta, I think I talk about this somewhat, but I don't agree with that last point. And I think I talk about this in that in this video. So I hopefully get that point across. If not, I'll try to explain it as best as I can before number 4.
Gullible. Always back to that word, huh? The fact that he lacks a proper understanding of etiquette and gentlemanly things makes him believe what anyone will tell him about it. A good example of this
Who did I miss? Himiko and Gonta are tied for number 5. We're talking about Gonta.
is in Chapter 2's Insect Meet and Greet. Sponsored by the one and only little midget shit.
God, the Kokichi slander is so real. Fate Remaster in general is really badly made. Ugh, that sucks. Fate is a concept that I'd love to visit. I made it then, thank God, yes. You
Besides
did.
that, though, his dialogue is humorous, his presence undeniable, and his company appreciated. He's Gonta. And so it stays until a faithful moment. Chapter 4 tends to be that one emotionally driven chapter before the big boss Chapter 5.
Yeah.
And as the official Danganronpa Holy Book states in paragraph 1401, Oh, thy enormous friend shalt be killed thy fourth. Gonta still broke the mold.
Is this part 2? No, this is still the same video. Oh, this is part 2 of the number 5. Yes, you missed Himiko. What are the bugs in Fate Remastered?
Is
Oh,
the murderer of Miu Iruma, in what I can only describe as a top 3 contender for saddest case in the series. Many people believe he wouldn't have done that without Kokichi's influence, and honestly, that's a completely valid point for 90% of the cases in which it's referred. However, I don't think it's like that.
yeah, there we go. I think, yeah, I was pretty sure I was going to talk about it, but we'll see. We'll see if I still agree with it at full, or if I change my opinion over the years.
This falls very in line with something his character would do on his own, should he find out the truth like he did.
Truth, big air quotes, by the way. That flashback light was totally there, was totally planted there.
Think about it. His wish at the time was that he would be useful to everyone. Discovering a truth like the one he discovered would make him realize that dying would be a better solution than living with that knowledge.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Word for word, bar for bar, what I think nowadays. Just the fact that he thought, oh, maybe dying wouldn't be such a bad fate if that's what the outside world looks like. Yeah, nah.
In that way, he would seem useful to the others in his eyes. Of course, Kokichi's words did influence him in further solidifying that belief, but it was mainly his own will. And
Yeah,
that's it.
I agree.
His will. It's unbreakable. In the end, he still held up to his beliefs, and that is why I duly respect and admire Gonta Gokuhara.
Even when he did that thing, he did it because he believed it was the best thing he could have done. And there we go.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Boom, boom, double kill. Bye.
Please stop!
Oh, you missed the... My problem is not that he kills. I believe he can. I think him trusting Kokichi enough to look at the flashback. Okay, yeah. See, that's the point I completely forgot to mention. But with that point, yeah, I agree. I fully agree with that. But after looking at the flashback light, all that he did was in character. But yeah, he didn't learn from Kokichi's thing. In the gacha game, what I mentioned on the Twitch streams, Limbus Corpin, there was a short period, was low JPEG quality. Fucking hell, man. How hard is it for gacha companies, man? Anyway, that's the halfway mark. Did you just call me out?
Degenerate male!
I'm gonna rip you limb from limb for choosing Himiko. In fact, she's just upset that she was a number 10. That's fair. Number 4. Oh, number 4 is gonna be fire, though. Also, yeah, you missed the shonen anime moment where I get shut down immediately after.
Hey!
So how did you get mixed up in all of this? You don't want to know. You wouldn't really understand even if I told you. You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. Is it really that hard to answer? Not from here. This place. This world.
What?
Excuse me?
I got it!
Alright, it's time for number 4. Oh boy. Just as a heads up, I know exactly who number 4 is, and there is a legendary somewhat of a rant incoming. There he is! Flattened by fans. Jesus Christ. Golly.
What?
Kokichi.
Well, you know.
Let's go!
I should have known it was inevitable. Allow me to be honest with you guys. I despise Kokichioma. You probably misheard me. I hate him. Cunning, manipulative, little liar bitch. That said, he's one of my favorite characters in all of Danganronpa.
Yeah! What can I say?
How about we actually start where we should? The beginning. Kokichi's introduction still remains one of the funniest moments in V3. And a moment that immediately
Numbers
sets
3
one
and
thing
2?
straight to
Ooh,
the
alright.
player. He is not afraid to speak up
Oh yeah, Kokichi is not like Nagito. I fully agree with that. I don't think they're the same character. They're very different.
his mind. Of course, that would be his main trademark characteristic if
It's a lie!
That would be his main trademark character.
It's a lie!
That would be his— It's a lie! God damn it, if he wasn't such a lying piece of shit! There! Jesus Christ, annoying fucking midget!
Oh. Sorry, we all know he's the best character ever! Dude, sorry, there was an ambulance passing by. I almost typed Nagito would hate Kameida. I mean, Nagito would hate himself. He hates himself. I don't know what you're on about. You're completely right. You said it was the most predictable. Well, if you followed my Let's Play, you'd know Kokichi would never be #1.
My sincere apologies, everyone. Back on track, shall we? Kokichi Oma, Ultimate Supreme Leader. He's gained the adoration of a large part of the fandom for several reasons. And today, my job is to try to explain why. Well, first of all, he's the so-called antagonist of V3. Where Trigger Happy Havoc had Byakuya and Danganronpa 2 had Nagito,
no worries, Lucas.
V3 had Kokichi. For the majority of the game, it's pretty clear that he's up to something. Constantly lying to drive cases and trials to where he wants, turning entire arguments around with his speech alone, and above all, making damn sure he gets his point across at every opportunity he has.
Breathe, Ed. I don't know how long the stream's gonna go for, but it should be at least half an hour more. Yeah. Don't consider Togami an antagonist? Oh, he absolutely is an antagonist, at least until chapter 4. I consider him an antagonist.
In the first 3 chapters, his presence, albeit very significant, has very little impact on the overall development of the story, in my opinion, of course.
Yeah,
He does
I'm pretty sure that's why he's #4 for me.
have some very
There was a meme I made, hold up. There was a meme I made that I posted on the DR subreddit about that this summer. Give me a second. I should still have it somewhere. I should still have that meme. He's too normal compared to Nagito and Kokichi. Well, yeah, but he falls under the same umbrella of antagonists. Hold up. Is it here? Oh, it sure as hell is. Where is it? Ah, got him. Got his ass. Got his ass. Yeah, I made this meme a while ago. This shit was my... You're in a pretty good mood, aren't you? It would be a shame if someone were to ruin it. God damn it. I had a lot of fun making this one, getting the fucking assets and everything. Oh god, has this aged? I know, right? Has this aged? Dude, this fly is annoying me, dude. Jesus. Anyways, let's keep going.
little impact on the overall development of the story, in my opinion, of course. He does have some genuinely amazing moments in those chapters, though. My favorites have to be the constant bickering with Mew and his lesson to Himiko at the end
see you
of
later,
Trial
Lucas.
3. But chapter 4... Wait, I just realized all the antagonists went through some change in the 4th chapter.
Yep. No exception, actually. If we think about that. Kinjo as well. Dude, you see the fly. Dude, I can't help it, man. The fly just really wants me today. I don't know why. I apologize. You guys probably saw it on the camera, but it doesn't matter.
Huh.
I need to have my window open, otherwise I just die here.
How about that? Anyway, chapter 4 was something. Not as brutal as Danganronpa's chapter 4, that's for sure. But
yeah, what
lot
is it with the
more,
slip-ups, Ed?
Intense, somehow.
Does Nikkei count technically as well? No, because he dies. Mikado did go through a sort of change afterwards, huh? He became a lot more hands-on after chapter 4. So yeah, I think it works.
The return of the New World program, the betrayal of Mew, and Kokichi's descent into insanity were all
Probably
highlights.
Mikado because...
But
Oh,
how about
Shobai.
that insanity?
I kind of forgot about Shobai. Maybe Shobai, yeah. Yeah, Shobai. Probably Shobai then.
Huh? The setup to chapter 5 was nothing short of phenomenal.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
really
I still agree with this. The transitions from Danganronpa V3's chapter 4 and 5 is amazing.
solidified one thing in me. My pure hatred for him.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, probably Shobai. I don't want to, stupid head. Didn't Shobai just dib and leave? Nope. He stayed for a bit in Chapter 5, kidnapped Sora for a bit, and then left. And he came back in Chapter 6. Changed.
I don't want to, stupid.
I don't want to, stupid head.
Kokichi.
Shut up for you, Hiko.
Oh man, did you fall for all that fake crying? You're so dumb! I would never cry for Gonta!
Damn.
Who cares about that idiot? I want to enjoy this game filled with suspicion and betrayal from the bottom of my heart.
Dude, this scene fucking had me. Kokichi gave us one of his creepy smiles. When I saw it, I finally saw what Kokichi for what he really is. Malice.
I am the supreme leader of evil, so it's obvious my personality would be twisted.
Nah.
The more you
Nah,
suffer,
actually. Nah, I'd win.
there are people in this world who
There are people in this world, chat!
spread grief and misery for no reason than the thrill of it. And I
Better since we are playing Shobai, Sora is the end tag, and since she basically attempts a murder, that counts? You could live it like that, yeah. You could look at you could look at it like that. Jesus Christ, Ed. English.
I'm one of those people. Nothing pleases me more than inflicting pain on others.
He just goes around poking people with thumbtacks. I don't know why, the mental image of a midget going around poking people.
That leads directly into my favorite chapter in the series.
Oh, Ed, you had no fucking clue what the another series had in store for you, did you?
D3's Chapter 5. While I despise his face, I have to agree Kokichi is nothing short of a genius. Playing the bad guy for the majority of it, he actually almost stopped the killing game.
Yeah.
Well, until...
Oh, let's play moment incoming. Old Ed voiceover incoming. Shitty mic. The flashlight moment. The flashback light moment. This shit had me going.
Oh my god, it's so cool.
Any chance I get at embarrassing myself is well taken. Good job, past me.
That world, this world, it's all connected.
Hey,
Realizing that the others' will to fight back against this
Hey, one thing I found him funny, that's something over the other two.
despair was renewed by whatever they saw, Kokichi made one last-ditch effort to win. An unsolvable murder.
That shit was
Honestly,
crazy.
Nagito's case was like kids playing Cluedo compared to this shit.
Yeah.
A murder in which both participants went missing, and in which it was impossible to determine who died.
SDRA Chapter 3, 4, 5, and 6 better than V3's Chapter 5. Yeah, I agree. Although Chapter 3 is my favorite from SDRA 2, followed by Chapter 6. But Chapter 3, I think SDRA 2's Chapter 3 is by far, well, not by far, but my favorite chapter in the series so far. I don't really need to explain myself as to why, because she lives in my walls, guys. She is in my walls. Sorry.
When the cat's out of the
He made me laugh, Byakuya made me hate blondes, and Nagito made me hate men.
bag and Kaito explains what Kokichi said to him, you start to get a different perspective on him. Black and white
It is the coldest take ever, I know, but like, sometimes it's just the objective truth.
are concepts that need to be forgotten when talking about Kokichi. Nobody will ever know his true motives, intentions, and who he really was.
Oh, Kokichi, you look adorable with those sprites.
But in my opinion, I truly
Yeah.
believe he despised the killing game and everything it stood for. However, unlike the other characters, he didn't
Shut up,
trust
phone.
anyone as well. And I also believe that attitude originated from the first case.
Okay, this part is actually pretty important, because Kokichi was always a little devious. Was always a little devious, but like, this one is gonna be important.
Where Kaede, the unifying element of the group, betrayed.
It
and
is
ended
pretty
up
fun, I
killing
agree.
Someone, which was a lie, but still. Seeing that someone like her could end up doing something like that was a turning point for Kokichi, who decided he was going to end this but on his own. Just like Nagito, Kokichi is a character that deserves a deeper analysis.
And yet we are very far from a TWD focused on them.
I am afraid I can't do him justice in a short entry from this top 10. For now, I'll simply state this. Fuck Kokichioma. All my homies love Kokichioma.
Yeah. Kokichi was the embodiment of a lie. That's his best definition,
I don't
honestly.
like that.
Yes, that's it.
Are you okay?
Certainly aren't them. Debatable. That's debatable, Kokichi. That's debatable. He certainly wasn't boring, yeah. That's for sure. Oh, speaking of which, I'll leave that up to you. After all, you said it yourself. This way, it won't be boring.
Sayonara!
You little shit.
Looking forward to
We
it.
play the searching game.
Answer me.
All right, we're on to the top 3. And we still have, fucking hell, 30 minutes.
What does that mean?
You're not part of this world? What is even that even supposed to mean? I meant exactly that. Me being here is nothing short of impossible.
Jeez.
Great job, True.
What? Are you stupid?
Yes, Maki 3, Shuichi 2. Interesting. Alright. Alright, let's see who number 3 is. You are wrong! My Chemical Bromance, Shuichi Saihara.
I suppose so.
Shuichi. You bastard.
I knew it was coming. We all did.
It's indeed your boy. What? Did you expect a loud screech about it? It wasn't funny the second time. On with the entry! Shuichi Saihara, the ultimate detective and the true protagonist of the game. In a game as complex as V3, you'd expect an equally complex protag and
It's crying in my skin,
well,
the
Shuichi
character.
does deliver.
Yeah.
It's just not immediate. Let me explain. As you all know, or at least should know, Shuichi is not the first protagonist of
Emo
V3.
Twinkle brrr.
That honor goes to Kaede. However, after her death, Shuichi takes that role. And early V3 Shuichi is... well, it's really hard to classify for one. If I had one word for him up until mid-chapter 3, I think it would be insecure.
Yeah.
Extremely insecure of his own abilities, of his own qualities, and of his own results.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. Even like this dialogue you're seeing on screen, he just doubts himself over and over and over again. That's just who he is.
While
But his bottom eyelashes. Because that's totally what's important here. I'm kidding.
most of those insecurities are tied to his traumatic past as an apprentice to the office of detective, I believe these are more a product of chapter 1.
Yeah! Chapter 1 was not kind to this man.
Not forget that until he learns the truth of Rentaro's killing, Shuichi holds himself personally responsible for Kaede's execution due to sloppy detective work. Having to live with that? Well, let's just say I believe none of us could have coped any better.
Yeah.
Even in such a damaging mental state, Shuichi displayed an unbelievable force of will. It was that force of will that allowed him to do his best both during his daily and, well, not so daily life. Sure, he was helped by Kaito a lot, but without the willpower, Shuichi might as well have been a paperweight in class trials.
Yeah,
While
I
that's
fully agree.
impressive on its own, from chapter 4 and onward, Shuichi becomes a force to be reckoned with. Not physically, obviously, but within the cast of V3. He stands in the center of the clash of two completely different ideologies.
I think this might be the best written part of my entire script. Now that I listen to it again, yeah, absolutely the best written part of my script. Well, I have different opinions about this game, but most of us agree to make fun of his stupid hat. Oh yeah, his hat is stupid.
Kaito's and Kokichi's. And I find him to be the balance that neither could ever achieve on their own. Chapter 4 is the one to make that all the more evident, especially during the class trial. As a total side note, I forgot to mention this during Kokichi's entry, but I feel like the transition between V3's chapter 4 and 5 is the best in the series.
Oh, Ed! He's actually choosing to do something. I wish he'd do more general investigating in chapters beyond 1. Yeah, fair enough. Also, that's funny, Ed. You are a funny guy. You are a very funny guy. SDRA2's chapter 5 and 6 say hello.
And one of the reasons for that is that it's the belief in Shuichi by both of the main characters of Chapter 5.
Yeah.
Despite being polar opposites, both Kaito and Kokichi truly believe in not only Shuichi's abilities, but his potential to be the one to end the killing game.
Yeah, I agree with this. I still agree with this because it's... Shuichi on his own is alright, but the fact that he had the backing of both Kaito and Kokichi for this really puts into perspective just how much of a force he actually was.
And all that potential is finally realized in the final class
Chapter
trial.
6, bro.
I haven't talked a lot about this class trial during the video. That's because I was waiting for this exact entry. And it's finally time. The class trial of the century.
I love the name of that achievement, by the way.
The dawn of a new era in the world. And leading the charge,
He rejects that hope.
we have Shuichi.
That hope. Oh fuck, dude! That misinput, that mistype just fucking kills me, man.
This once timid and incredibly insecure person grew to become an absolutely dominant figure.
Instantly
in the
looks
end.
10 times less stupid. True.
Character development? Hell fucking yes.
It's like he's holding like a bubble of oxygen inside his hat.
And this is no further exemplified than by the last rebuttal showdown of the game. I want you to pay attention. Very close attention.
I love this rebuttal showdown still. It is still my favorite rebuttal showdown in this series because I hated SDRA2's rebuttal showdowns. DRA1's was alright, but there was no rebuttal showdown that stood out. But this is still my favorite rebuttal showdown in the series.
Everything is going to be okay. We'll definitely find hope. What do you mean, hope?
Shut the fuck up.
What? I reject that hope.
God, so good.
I refuse. I won't accept that hope.
Whatever you say, Leon.
Shuichi, what's the matter?
Shut the fuck up, we're
It's
sad now.
because of hope that this whole thing is happening.
Yeah.
I reject that hope.
He rejects that hope. That's really all. That's all of Shuichi's character in a single line, I think.
Why did I ask you guys to pay attention? A few things. First of all, the song choice. Clair de Lune.
Ugh.
A phenomenal music masterpiece.
Does SDRA
once
game
used to
control,
transmit
two
a
game
feeling
controls
of
are certainly
loss
something.
and
Dude.
grieving. Now used to empower Shuichi in his stand against the killing game. Then the line, I reject that hope. I swear that is probably the single most powerful line in the entire series.
One moment. Well, you guys won't see the video for a bit, but one moment. One moment. Man, this is not aged well. The girl named Hope. No, I am looking for a certain something. Obvious spoiler is obvious. Don't worry about it. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Don't worry about it, chat. Don't worry. Don't worry. So yeah, that one is still in the top 3 most important lines, most impactful lines in the series. And then we have this. Yeah, I don't think I need to say much about it, huh? Next.
And this is coming from someone who loved Hajime's entire speech in the final class trial of Danganronpa 2.
That also counts,
In the
yes.
end, the actions he started changed the whole world, conveying probably the most profound message of the series as well.
Yeah,
fiction can change the world.
And this is, well, giving a little spoiler into my upcoming new series about Danganronpa. This is part of the reason why I actually really love this ending. And I know this is kind of a hot take. It's a split. I've heard that's like a real 50-50 split on if you like or if you don't like V3's ending. I personally love the ending. Yeah, I said I was teasing. It's like, as I said at the start of the stream, call me 007. 0 projects finished, 0 videos finished, 700 million ideas in my head. That's me. That's me, LeGhost 007. That's me. Yeah, I personally like V3's ending a lot. I love it even. But I will talk about that when I give a sneak peek of the new series. I will show you guys the... Sounds like me, Lamau, I get that. I will give you guys a sneak peek of the series by giving the title of the first video in that series. Also, why is there trucks? Why was there a truck hauling another truck outside? Huh, alright. Let's go.
Together, they ended Danganronpa. And they ended it in the best way possible.
Yep.
Shuichi Saihara is, without question, my favorite protagonist of the series.
Oh, old Ed. You're funny. You're a funny dude. You're a very funny guy. You're insanely hilarious. Oh, you sweet summer child. How long ago was this? 3 years ago. May 2021. You're a funny guy. It's very funny.
And absolutely deserving of a place in the top 3.
That he is. Best protag? Hell no. Not by a long shot anymore. What the fuck is happening outside? Oh, he's so sad.
Wow, impressive.
Really managed to move Shuichi with his words.
Beautiful.
Oh, hi. Oh, I kind of forgot that he was even here. Hi, Kyo. Give me a second, guys. Sorry about that. Some people just literally stopped underneath my window, came out of the car to talk, and they are extremely loud, so I had to go close the window and turn on my room's AC. Anyways, V3's ending is decently written, but the entire game has nothing to do with it. Not a single established plot point connects to it, really. It's all messaging, no build-up. I'm also gonna probably talk about that if I get to the V3 video, but I think it was done on purpose. Only one of my 3 favorites made it to the list. You can't win them all. Oh well. You know who the top 2 are? I'm kind of curious to see what you think of it. But yeah, Shuichi is gone. It's so sad. I'm guessing this wasn't the original end goal for this, but... Thank you. Your words up until now have been very kind to us. Yeah, mostly. Except Kokichi, but nobody cares about Kokichi.
Aww.
She's right. I think it's very obvious that you care for all of them. Yeah, I do. 2 has to be Maki. Are you sure, though? I'm still here, motherfuckers!
That's terrible.
I did this on purpose, by the way. I had Tsumugi say this line on purpose. How else would it be? I don't know. Who do you think my number 1 is for you to be so sure that 2 is Maki? But yeah, I had Tsumugi say this line on purpose because it'd make her look like a giant hypocrite. Hot take, but poor writing done on purpose does not make it any less poor. Oh, I never said it does. I just said it was on purpose, so I understand where they're going with that. I never said it makes it better written. It's not. It's still poorly written. I just think that with a purpose... You said it in the DRV3 list? Oh, I did! Dang it! Me and my fucking huge mouth. Me and my huge mouth. I forgot about that. Ah, my huge mouth. I fucking... Ugh. Alright, yeah, you're right. Maki is number 2. Hi, Maki. Cinnamon Bun with an S. Golly, once again with the heat nicknames.
Is this...
Whatever you're planning to do with this list, choose to believe in you, just like that idiot did right after. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the best you got.
Well, you knew it was coming. If you've watched my Let's Play on V3 or simply been a regular at my Twitch live streams, then you are aware of the deep affection I feel towards Maki Harukawa. As usual, these entries get less and less objective as we approach the conclusion, so let's just cut the chit-chat, shall we?
I disagree. You've, like, I look at the scripts I write, and sometimes I think, wow, I'm kind of getting subjective when it comes to some of these. But I disagree. I think I've kept a pretty good level of objectivity throughout the list. Give me a second. I know I just went for a bit, but I need to go again. I really need to go to the bathroom, and I will be right back. Apologies, I am back. Sorry, I really had to go to the bathroom. All right. Ed, what do you have to say about Maki?
The ultimate assassin would hold my favorite character arc of the series if Fuyuhiko's wasn't a thing.
Okay, I wish I liked Maki, but she's too cliche for me. Come on, orphan girl turned cold, turned sweetheart is just a little too overdone for me. That's fair. Back, where are we now? Number 2, Maki. Oh, I just kind of realized, for the canon games, your number 2 spots were taken by girls who take the time to warm up to you. Wait, who? Oh, Lord. Alright, yeah, you're right. Chet, I don't have a type. What are you talking about? I don't have a type.
I swear by every word, every letter I'm spouting right now. Let's try to look into her character. At the beginning of the game, she's very secluded. She doesn't really enjoy talking to others' company seems to actually bother her a lot. She does have this aura about her when you meet her that makes her feel almost hostile. I'm going to be fully transparent and say that I was scared of her. Very scared of her. And when Chapter 2 rolled around, she became borderline antisocial, never leaving her lab. The player really isn't given a reason as to why that was the case until the end of the class trial.
Can we all agree that this scene in the end of class trial 2 is actually pretty good? Oh no, I agree.
You know,
This is an interesting turn of events.
Oh, let's go.
Would you really kill me in front of everyone?
Hey, Maki, what the hell's going on?
You know what the hell's going on, guys.
Yeah, you can probably snap my neck like a twig right now,
This scene was pretty good.
but that's not your style. You would rather kill from the shadows. Right, Miss Ultimate Assassin?
Pretty good. Still, it's still an overall good scene. Insert Naruto choking meme. Sasuke, it's ogre.
Up until that point, we've been led to assume that Maki was only the ultimate child caregiver. But Kokichi saw through it and abused the hell out of it. Chapter 3 was the turning point. With Maki being forced to live with everyone knowing her true talent, she tries to lock herself up in her room. This is because, despite having such a horrific talent, she despises every aspect of being an assassin.
Yeah,
More
and
on
I
that later.
And I still
However,
believe
the
that.
training sessions
I believe
that Kaito held gained enough.
You don't even need to say believe, honestly. It's just very, very explicit in the game. Her FTEs and the way she behaves.
Their follower, albeit unwillingly at first. This is the start of the most beautiful relationship in this game. And really, as time went on, Maki opened up more and more, growing attached to both Kaito, in a romantic sense,
Yeah.
and Shuichi, in more of a sibling-like sense.
Yeah.
Eventually, in Chapter 5, after Kaito became angry at Shuichi for the events in Class Trial 4, it's actually Maki herself that works towards patching things up. Now that I think about it, Maki's the main catalyst of the entirety of Chapter 5.
It's a fine spin on the Chapter 2 serial killer trope by being an assassin and not a real serial killer. That is true, yeah, that is true. Although, if I'm completely honest, Chapter 2 of Danganronpa 2 would have would have done completely fine without the whole sparkling justice bullshit. It was already a good killing and good motive with good backstory. Although, if, once again, allow me to go on a small rant, since we're talking about 2-2, I fucking hate that motive. It is super targeted. And that's all.
She's the one who managed to get everyone else on their feet after Kokichi showed them the truth. She's the one who starts up the entire killing case.
Training trio and
She's the
traffic.
one who made Chapter 5 into what
Yeah,
it is.
Chapter 5
I'd
is...
go so far as to say that Chapter 5 is Maki's chapter.
Yeah, Chapter 5 is definitely Maki Harukawa's chapter, just as Chapter 6 is Shuichi Saihara's.
Which blends perfectly with Shuichi's chapter of Chapter 6. However, her backstory and talent are what make her a transcendent character in my eyes. As I've stated before,
A little too strong. You can see the subjectiveness coming into play. Transcendent is not what I'd classify her as. She's pretty good, though.
she despises being an assassin, but she still chose to become one. And it's all due to the fact that if it wasn't...
Yeah, that was awful, but at least it sets up the belief of the game mimicking each other, which is subverted after Chapter 3, so I respect it. Yeah, I see what you mean. Still, that motive was so fucking targeted. You can tell there was only like a couple of possible victims in that. And 90% of the cases, Mahiru Koizumi would have been killed by that motive. It's not hard to figure out.
Her best friend would have been one. She chose to sacrifice her entire life to keep her friends safe from that world. And that's when it hits you.
Yeah.
Maki doesn't enjoy killing. Maki doesn't kill in cold blood like Kokichi said she'd do. She's a gentle soul who had a really hard choice to make. That gentle nature of hers carries into the killing game, where the only time she tried to actively kill someone was when she was convinced that they were the mastermind behind it all.
The motive might as well have been, hey, baby gangsta, kill Mahiru. Literally, it is literally that. It was targeted so that Fuyuhiko was the blackened, or Peko, depending on how the things worked out, and Mahiru was the victim, always. Like 90 to 95% of the time, that would have been it. There's a reason for them, and you don't necessarily know how it's targeted. I, for one, like DRA Chapter 3. Dude, same. I love Danganronpa Another Chapter 3. Even if Kanata dies in it, but we won't talk about that. But no, I fully agree. I love Danganronpa Another Chapter 3. Kinji is a great blackened. I just overall like it. Still, but like, I mean targeted as in this is the victim, not this is the blackened. I don't mind Danganronpa Another Chapter 3 because the target was at a blackened. He could kill anybody. He just chose Kanata and then had to kill Kakeru as well because things. Fun fact, I legit forgot Fuyuhiko's name. That's why I said baby gangsta. But yeah, as I was saying, Genji could have killed anyone, but the motive was targeted at him. I don't mind that at all because Monokuma was giving a good motive to somebody. However, DR2's Chapter 2 motive has me really fucked up because it's targeted at a victim. It targets both a blackened and a victim, and that's what angers me.
And after Kaito's execution, I like to believe that she makes a silent
Oh
promise.
shit, the sappy.
Something akin to, I'll fight on. I've seen people call Maki just edgy.
What about Sakura then? Sakura. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, Sakura was both to be a blackened and or victim. So she decided to be both. She could have been a victim or she could have been a blackened in self-defense. And she decided to be both. I honestly don't really mind that. Of course, I'm livid that that was a thing, but I don't really mind it as much as Danganronpa 2's Chapter 2 because it was Sakura's choice ultimately. Had the best choices for survivors.
How fucking dare you?
Yeah?
Maki Harukawa might seem like that.
Yeah, DR2 could have swapped a few of the survivors around, looking at you, Kazuichi.
But just like Ryoma, there's a lot more than meets the eye.
I'll kill you
and even more so than Ryoma. Her actions speak volumes about her true nature.
I love that line. If you fuck this up, I will kill you before Monokuma can.
I find her character to be pure poetry. And that is all I really need to justify my unending appreciation of her.
Unending appreciation? Sure. Pure poetry? Not anymore. Not anymore. That's fair. I do love how I wrote this. Even if everything that makes me tick is fake, I at least know there are people who enjoy who I was made out to be. Thank you. Damn. That's so sad.
You're really bugging me.
I hate heartfelt crap. Bye, Maki.
You have to live!
No, she doesn't. Moon-coded character at number 2 and a sun-coded character at number 1.
That is troubling.
Yeah. Looking at Kazuichi and Sonya and maybe Akane, honestly only Kuzuryu and Hajime really deserve to survive. Okay, so I'm not against Sonya surviving because she endured so much crap, and I fully respect her for just not crumbling under it. The only time where she snapped was her rebuttal showdown in Chapter 5, and that's it. I respect Sonya for not crumbling. That's biased. Soda has no chance, yeah. I dislike Chapter 3's motive in DR2 most... Okay, let's be real. I have a hard time finding anyone who likes Chapter 3's motive in Danganronpa 2. It's a piece of shit. It's the biggest piece of dog shit. Well, shit. What were your original intentions with a list like this? Yeah, Soda has no chance, unfortunately. Just wanted people to understand that I care for them, all of them. That's pretty much all that I want from my top 10s. I like all the characters, but I just like some more than others. It's not that deep. Don't dislike anyone in this room to say the extent I do some people out. Me throwing shade at the real world. God damn.
Hold on!
You've been plying your arm from around here. But that's because I'm not. Hopefully you'll understand it by the end of this. Alright, it's time. And yeah, we all know. Summer kind of spoiled it. There she is. Ultimate fake out, Kaede Akamatsu.
What a waste!
What a waste. It's not mainstream, as some people pointed out in the premiere of this video. There are a lot of people who don't like her. Chapter 3 DR2 is fine, at least structure-wise. I think it could have done better. It's not my fault you say it in another list. Listen, just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right. Alright? Shut up. Structural wise, yes. I don't like the motive, and I fucking despise that Hiyoko's killing was ignored in the class trial. That's all.
Yes, I am mainstream as fuck.
No, you're not. No, you're not, Ed. No, you're not. Stop pretending.
I couldn't care less that she was written to be likable and charitable.
Yeah.
I love Kaede. Period.
Yep.
So yes, Kaede Akamatsu is my #1 pick.
It's...
Why?
It is so weird to look back at this. Because while she is still my #1 in this game, is there anything... No, honestly, it is not weird at all now that I think about it. Yeah.
Let's check that out, alright?
But
Before
making them the
anything,
killer is
though,
absolutely...
You might remember a quote from my #3.
Damn.
Shuichi Saihara is, without question, my favorite protagonist of the series.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
And that is true, because I can't compare the time both of them had as protagonists. It simply isn't fair for Kaede.
Here's my 2 cents. Kaede was a placeholder for Shuichi to take place afterwards, clearly. Because Kaede was the final product, so to speak. She was already a fully developed protag with confidence in herself, a good relationship with most of the cast, and just overall positive vibes. And she was used as a catalyst. I'm pretty sure it's actually said out loud that they killed Kaede for Shuichi to blossom. People say the Mer weapon is unexplained because... Oh, no, no, that part I'm totally fine with. The Mer weapon, yeah. That your thoughts have changed. I change as a person. People change. Unless your name is Kanade Otonokoji. In that case, you don't change. You die. Painfully. She's still in my walls. Anyways, but yeah, no. I just hate that Hiyoko's killing was overlooked. That's all. Should have made it so that a character gets the disease but doesn't kill anyone because they want to make everyone die in the trial. Yeah, I mean, that's... But how... Wait. But how would that work? How would that work, honestly? Because you have to kill somebody to get to the trial.
Not to mention that Shuichi just fills that role of protagonist superbly well.
That is true.
While Kaede... Well, we'll talk about that in this entry. With that out of the way, Kaede Akamatsu, the ultimate pianist.
Piano freak.
She's a ball of positivity and the most optimistic...
Oh god, I forgot I put baby Kaede here. Oh shit. Oh shit, the Eldritch Horrors have been unleashed. Oh lord, I forgot about that CG. Where's her nose? Where is her nose? You won't be able to unsee it. She doesn't have a nose.
The character in the series. Not to mention one of the cutest.
That is true.
Her
still.
presence in a room alone is enough reason to make me feel at ease for crying out loud. And yet, she's not here for those qualities alone.
That is true.
To be my favorite character in this game, one needs much more than to be likable. One needs to have all the right qualities. And I'm happy to say that Kaede holds them all.
I heard that Kaede is supposed to represent Danganronpa's magic and expectation, so after she dies, the game becomes more predictable and played safe to the max. That is interesting because it is true. Somewhat. There are a few curveballs here and there, and most of them are orchestrated by none other than Kokichi, namely the reveal of Maki, like that. But I see the point, and I fully agree with it. No wonder I like her, though. No wonder I like her so much.
For the short screen time Kaede is given, we are given a lot. And I do mean a lot. She's by far the most assertive character of this roster, for starters. She isn't afraid to speak up her mind. But unlike Kokichi, she has no second intentions in her speech. We can immediately tell what kind of character she is when she takes Shuichi under her wing and encourages him to do better.
Fucking hat. The fucking hat, Shuichi. Bro, what the hell, boy? What the hell is that? What is this? Why is it as tall as your head? Why is there a hot hair... Why is there a hot air balloon inside of that fucking hat?
to believe in himself because she does too. If I'm being honest, Kibo might have taken that title, but there's little doubt in my mind. Kaede is this game's true ultimate hope.
It is kind of crazy to have the ultimate hope represented like this at the start of the game, only to get a fake ultimate hope at the end. It's fucking insane. The Hoji is making that float, obviously fair. With Kaede, people forget that she isn't completely innocent, but sometimes also over player manipulative side. Yeah, I sort of agree, but I don't think she's manipulative on purpose most of the time. The only time she was when she was trying to kill the mastermind behind Shuichi, but that's it. I can't think of any other time.
And one only needs to take a look at how she behaves
is more like
to
it.
arrive
Yeah,
at
I
this
agree.
conclusion. Supportive of others, a total sweetheart, the unifying element in an otherwise disordered group.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like, these guys had nothing in common, and Kaede just came here, swept them all together, and said, okay, we're working together.
The linchpin of a very important promise that gets broken by her own hands. At the center of it all lies a girl who never gave up hope.
Yep.
A girl who refused to lie down and take whatever the killing game had to throw at her. Until her final moments.
I don't see Kaede as a little
Kaede, as
at
many
all.
of
That's
you know,
fair.
was the killer of Chapter 1. The victim, Rentaro Amami.
So whoever was playing this chose Kokichi instead of her. Based.
The goal? To end the killing game from the start. The first class trial was nothing short of devastating for not only the player, but the cast as well. While she intended to kill the mastermind, the game was rigged from the start.
That's the thing.
It hurts even more when you realize that she didn't even commit the killing that she was accused of and eventually executed for. A loss of life too tragic to be true. A love story unfinished.
Yeah.
A leader taken down.
It is crazy. It's such a risky thing. Kaede is amazing though. I personally do think she's the game's true ultimate hope. But the title of ultimate hope in this game means very little if you think about it.
If that wasn't enough, the game throws one last thing at you.
It's the only time where I mentioned this because Kaede has such a short screen time that it's needed.
To make you understand just how unforgiving her death was.
V3's cast really is just people who are forced to put up with each other's BS after Kaede dies. Like, most of them either hate or don't care for each other. Like I said, there's a reason why Kaede was killed. And that's part of it. They needed the disharmony. They realized, oh shit, we made Kaede kind of a fucking overpowered leader. We need her gone.
While her free time events are only accessible after you beat the game, they are my favorite set in the entire series. I'm sorry, Mahiru, but it's true.
Oh, this works double time because she's also watching. Damn.
A story of how she helped Shuichi play the very piece that, in another time, represented his sadness and dismay at her death.
It is insane. Like, I've said this so many times, but think about it. Kaede's whole free time events are her teaching Shuichi how to play Claire de Lune. Fucking Claire de Lune by Debussy. Laughs in DRA and SDRA2 FTEs. This is still in my top 3 even with those. Just because of the symbolism behind it. She's, like, again, she's teaching him how to play Claire de Lune. Claire the fucking Lune, dude. It's just me. No, the survivors are really close to each other by the end of E3. Absolutely. Yeah, like, all 3 of them are insanely close. Which is very interesting because it's the 3 characters that least interacted with others at the start. Maki, Himiko, and Shuichi. It's very interesting. But like I said, Claire de Lune, once used for Shuichi's grieving of Kaede, is what she's teaching him. It's crazy.
The very piece that's playing right now. Claire de Lune. Kaede is nothing short of a phenomenal character.
That is true.
With one of the most tragic ends I've ever seen. Her personality shines through every time she speaks or thinks. Her belief
I'm pretty sure that is a very popular ship, Lucas, if I'm being honest.
in others. Her willingness to accept that she made a mistake. Her willpower to make sure Shuichi would carry on after her death. A beautifully written character for such a short screen time.
Himiko and Maki close? I mean, yeah, sort of. Through association with Shuichi, they grew close, at least during that class trial. Rare?
It makes me wish she
Maybe
had
it is
survived
rare.
all the
I don't
way.
know. I'm not really into that part of the fandom. In fact, I'm very secluded in my own little bubble as I write shit. I just do my research, pop them into the internet, and just said, fuck it, it's done.
Alongside her beloved detective, Kaede Akamatsu is my favorite character from Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony.
Dude, don't cry, Ed. Otherwise, I'm gonna cry and it's gonna be a mess.
And there is very, very little that could change that.
Yeah, even
Everyone-
today.
Don't lose sight of the truth.
Yeah, there it is. Don't lose sight of the truth. Lol, cry on Mike, you won't. I did before. What are you on about? Just watch. You were there, Summer. You fucking remember the ending of SDRA2. You remember. I'm not on the verge of crying. Don't worry about it. Did you actually mean all that? All that you said? So from now on, it's just this. Let's see how it ends. Yeah, I do.
Glad.
Aw. You respect our struggle. Oh boy, I wonder whose laughter that is. I was like, how can I end this? This is, okay, so this is a shonen anime that breaks the fourth wall. How do I end this? Bingo. This has aged better than I thought. Same, actually. Very same. In any case, let's go. The whole reason why the mid-dinos thing was in the middle of the video at the start. How does this end? That was Junko Enoshima.
It can't be!
You are fiction! Look, it's her! Everyone, looks like the little dancer was right after all. Hey yo, it's everybody! Everyone's here, it's Smash Ultimate!
We're not gonna lose to you!
That's horrific.
Ahem!
I can't back down!
Ooh, hello there. Wouldn't Tsumugi like Junko? Yeah, she does, but she doesn't speak of it at the end of anything. So original. Even at the end of a top 10, I'm the most original person in this planet. Incredible shit. Anyways, hi. How's it going?
How can this be?
One of my mods looked at the Danganronpa 2 cast and said, yo, imagine if you forgot My Hero was already there. Plot device woman, true! Oh, hi, Hiyoko. She's so small.
Everyone, let's shut this game down!
Isn't that right?
Junko Mukuro, I'll give you the honors of this one for once. Look at that Mukuro sprite. It is phenomenal. That is all.
There's one last thing.
Unleash hell of that wannabe.
That's...
It's completely fine in Danganronpa. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That's impossible!
I wonder how this ends. And there's Alter Ego.
It can't be!
That's right.
Sorry to Rentaro, Kirumi, Tenko, Kyo, and Tsumugi. Womp womp. Yeah, Tenko and Rentaro were by far the closest to getting to number 10. Kirumi got a little bit too ridiculous by the end of her screen time for me. Tsumugi and Kyo. Ugh. Correct, Yoshinguchi. That is true. This might be my only stupid flaw in this entire video. Has surprisingly sane fans. That's interesting, actually.
Master,
But like my only flaw in this, Tsumugi was like knocked down on the floor from the others just trampling her, and she has no legs. I forgot to give her legs, chat. Legless Tsumugi. And everyone's back. Fucking. I love this. Also, limbless Tsumugi. Also, I like the. I edited Himiko's sprite so that she didn't. I know what you're referring to, Lucas, so shut the fuck up. But yeah, this. I edited her sprite so that the hat was missing since she fell. I believe this is next. You two in the cage, mind your fall.
Hey!
By mind your fall, you mean yeet!
Now I'm really...
And shut down complete. Enjoy your nap time, you psychotic bear. Limbless Tsumugi? No, I was talking about Lucas. Tsumugi lost her walking privileges after getting squished. Yeah. Alright, that's done. And now it's the real end, sort of. And don't worry, this gets even more meta. Even though my acting is going to be awful, but you'll see in a bit. Also, please feel free to tell me that I needed to shave my beard back then, because I did. It was a fucking mess. It's over. I can only hope that you all forgive me for what happened. Ah, my hero. Go console him, please. Thank you.
Hey.
Hey, you didn't have to blame yourself for what happened here. Oh, it's fine. What would Team Danganronpa do if a guy had a heart attack before the game starts? Just fucking die. A body has been discovered! In the end, the purpose of this list was achieved. Nobody really suffered. But you're not going to let this go that easily, are you? No, I won't. You shouldn't have to Is this just the plot of Free Guy? What is that plot? I don't know that film. Half joke. I legit don't know what that plot is or joke. I don't know what that film is. Is that the one with Ryan Reynolds? The one where he's inside like a game or something like that? Turn him into another Kibo Nekomaru situation, obviously. Fair. I appreciate it, I really do, but this is something I gotta deal with on my own. Something I promised a lot of people. So, there's a bit of history with this line. Oh yeah, so it is the Ryan Reynolds film. But as I was saying, there is a bit of lore behind this line. People were waiting. You don't have blind LPs for DR1 and DR2 and DR1. I have blind LPs for DR1. I hadn't played Danganronpa 1 before. I have played Danganronpa 2 before, but not Danganronpa 1. The Danganronpa 1 Let's Play is blind. I knew some of the survivors, but not all of them. That's about the extent of it. Still. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But as I was saying, there's lore behind this line. So this was shortly after the month of April of 2021. So this was in May. This was like a month after. Sorry. And for April Fools, I posted that there would be this video coming out, the top 10. Yeah, it was an April Fool's prank. How did you play the second game first? I did. It was something stupid that I did during college. Someone gifted me the game. I don't know why they gifted me the second one first. It was stupid, and I wish I had played it and played them in order because it would have been fucking fantastic to see Makoto, Byakuya, and Kyoko enter the New World program at the end of 2. But hey, I played with my cards. V3 was still a blast. Another episode was also a blast. It was just overall a great time.
Could it be?
Is this about that thing you said about not being from this place?
Then...
Yes. Are you going to leave this place then? Yes! Yes! Listen, I don't know how I was brought here, but I don't belong here. Did you, yeah, I did. You want to know? You, number 2 on the list. No, I don't care. Yeah, second place, guys. Virtual divorce. That implies there was something to start. Portal. And I guess this is goodbye, isn't it? It's weird, but I enjoy talking with you, even if briefly. I'm gonna miss you. says this needs to be goodbye. I'll most likely be back sooner or later. Although I do have to go for now. I'm sure we'll cross paths again. Well then, see you later. And I go to the portal, to the funny Infinity War portal, and it's over. Wouldn't anyone think Kokichi was full of shit pretending to be the mastermind? Yeah, of course they would. Except the characters. That's what makes it good. Toko was always interesting to me. I loved her in UDG and feel nothing at all about her in Danganronpa 1. Watch my TWD on her. I talk about it. And hey, there it is. It's me. Holy shit. It's me. It's me. It's your boy. In my laptop. In my shitty. It's the same bedroom and everything.
I was there.
I was there, chat. Believe me, the acting is real.
Academy.
It's me! Holy shit. Same carpet? Actually not. Different carpet. I'm 2,000 steps ahead of you all.
I'm so tired from recording the top 10 voices.
Yeah, it was tiring recording that shit, wasn't it?
What's up?
Jonathan.
Well, first of all, my mic is not usually here, but second, the script is open.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
What time is it even? 6:06 p.m. My god, I slept way too much. Oh, at this rate, I'm never gonna get the video out.
Oh, dude. Yeah, okay, yeah, that beard. I needed to shave back then. They told me as well. But hey, I fucking love the fact that I acknowledge I'm never getting the video out at this rate.
Guess it's back to work, I guess. The script was changed? It's a lot different. Oh, that's exactly almost the same as my dream. What the fuck? What is going on here? What? Why is my computer recording? I don't remember leaving him recording. How long has it been? Over an hour? What? I am so lost.
What, chat? This is believable, trust me. Alright. Funny video of him being sad in a dark room because Soulja Boy didn't understand his game. Oh, fair.
Did that really happen?
Did that really happen? No!
I can't wrap my head around this.
Different headphones, though.
I'm going. I think I've had too much work today.
And different chair, too. And that's how it ends. Like I said, probably the most meta video I've ever done.
Hey everyone, and thank you for watching my top 10 Danganronpa V3
Says
characters.
nothing, leaves.
This was by far my most
You could almost be as good as a mastermind with that acting. I've grown a lot over the past 3 years. I could probably reenact that scene a lot better nowadays.
ambitious project ever, and it took so long to end it.
Yep.
So I want to say special thanks to a couple of different people. First, a huge shout out once again to Reddit user MidDinos.
Like I said, this guy, very talented person.
Allowing me to use his amazing sprite edits on this video. Some of the sprites I traced of myself came from Hajime's sprite edits, and don't even get me started on Mukuro. She looks fantastic. I'd really appreciate if you guys have a Reddit account to follow this person and see more of his outstanding work.
I don't even know if he's still doing this, but hey, if he is, props, man. That's a lot of time to be working on sprite edits.
Second, a huge thank you to everyone whose patience led to this. I know I've been mean before with this project, and the fact that everyone was still hyped for it is amazing. I can't stress that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Lucas. What voice does he give Nagito?
That enough. Thank you guys so much. Finally, if you are watching during the premiere, a special thanks to you for accompanying me through this journey.
We're 3 years after that, Ed. Get with the times.
It was long, it was tough, and it was full of bumps. But we're finally here. And with that,
Dude, that fucking haircut, Ryoma, that's not good.
the video has reached its end. Thank you all for watching this.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, it is pretty much that. I would show you guys the hold up. It's so sad that the Monocubs weren't in the top 10. Yeah, so hold up. So this was the whole April Fool's thing that I did. We can skip it because it's just Hu Tao dancing over some footage. It's this part that I want you guys to see. It's the teaser for it. And with that, Ed went to experience the trauma of non-canon Danganronpa titles. But this was the teaser. It's very similar. Wait, no. Where was the teaser? It's here. Yeah, this one. The teaser was this part. So like, yeah, it's the entire game. Like, oh yeah, the title screen and shit. I'm not there.
What on earth?
I don't know why, this still gets me, man. What? How? And then you see the Jabberwock Island thing in the back. This shit was a good teaser. If it wasn't an April Fool's video, it would have been more well received because this shit got a lot of dislikes. I kind of want to watch it again if I'm honest. It's just so funny. Still one of the best memes, true. Just like out of nowhere.
What on earth?
So stupid. Anyways, guys, that is for me. No, DRA absolutely fits into canon in my eyes, and so does SDRA2 actually. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed rewatching that. Let's see what I can get for good music. Yeah. Thanks for the wonderful time. Thank you guys for being here. It was a lot of fun. Tomorrow I might be streaming on Twitch. I don't know what I'll be streaming at, but I'll try to stream on Twitch tomorrow. Oh yeah, I did promise. I was gonna give you a sneak peek of something. Don't go just yet. Don't go just yet. I was gonna give you guys a sneak peek of something. Let me just go back here really quickly and activate studio mode for this. I got to join the Discord because that was fun. Hey, nice. Let's go. So let me just check something really quick. This is important. Trust. Where is it? Window capture? Yeah, window capture. Yeah, there we go. So now I need to go here, scroll all the way up. Hold up, chat. Believe me. Munakata would hate Kaede. Agreed. Anyways, folks. Here's what I'm working on. That's the title of the first video in that series that I was talking about earlier. Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc creating a mythos. From the title, you can probably tell that it's gonna be slightly... What is a mythos? Mythos is basically the overarching world around a series. So basically, Trigger Happy Havoc had the work of having to create everything from Ultimate Despair, Hope Speak Academy, the concept of an ultimate student, how things operate in this world. I am working on a retrospective series for each game in the series, and that will include DRA1 and SDRA2. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Starting obviously with Trigger Happy Havoc, going along the series itself. So I look forward to this new series then in the next year, probably, if I'm honest. Because I have like a series mid-finished, mid-edited, which is about the video game music. And it's not even Danganronpa focused. We're starting that series off with Pokemon, actually. I'm very happy with the end product, but Distress always seemed interesting. Yeah, Distress was interesting, yeah. I know about canon, but do you have any thoughts on Despair Time? I have not watched it yet, and I'm mostly waiting for some of those projects to end. Crocs, Despair Time, Kill Cure is gonna be apparently huge. There's like thousands of submissions for its VA contests. Can't say I haven't thought about doing it myself, but I barely have time for my own VA projects as well. Speaking of which, the Your Turn to Die Bridge is still going pretty slow, but it's going. I'm brainstorming. Guess I have some DR playthroughs to watch until then. Nice. No, some things went to Zero Escape, but only some. Yeah, probably. But yeah, that's it. We're done here. Perfect song for us to end stream too. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. Was a lovely time. Overall, pretty surprised with how much I enjoyed that video of mine. I thought I'd be cringing a lot more, and I did. There were some parts that definitely had me a little, But yeah, thank you all for watching. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace.